Welcome back to Hot Wheels Detail here on the Plays With Cars YouTube channel. This is the series where we take your regular $1 blue carded Hot Wheels and detail them up with a fine selection of Sharpies, paint pins, and Malletile liquid chrome pins. And if you ever have any questions on what we use here or you can't find them locally, hit our description below. There are links to Amazon where you can pick these things up for yourself. So what we do is we take a dollar car, such as this here, a Mercedes AMG GT3. We liberate them from the package because they were only $1, and we go, hey, we want to put these things on display, but it looks like a dollar car because there is literally no detail whatsoever on the front end or the back end. So great tampos as far as the livery is concerned, decent looking wheels on these newer castings and stuff, but you can just totally tell that they're a bit cheaper because of the missing tampos, because these same castings are what they're using on the more expensive cars. So how do you fix that? Well, with a little bit of Sharpie and a little bit of patience. So first things first, you want to base wherever you are doing a different color with the silver, unless the car you're working on is silver or white. Otherwise, the color won't exactly show through. Also, there's not a whole lot of options for headlights as far as like doing a white Sharpie or something like that. So I typically tend to leave it in the silver like that. Like, look at that. We already have headlights and it looks that much better. And then same thing, we need to move around here to the back and do the tail lights. And you can see there's not a whole lot of talent required here. You just kind of look at where things are molded and put the Sharpie in there and let it do its thing. And if you mess up, it's no big deal. You can usually use your finger to wipe it right off before it dries, and if it's after it dries, just a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, which is rubbing alcohol, will get the Sharpie right off. So that's our first layer of silver there for those lights. We'll let that dry up for a little bit and work on this grill. We're going to want black there behind the grill, so we'll use a regular black Sharpie to kind of get in there and get into these spaces. If we were painting this instead, which you can watch on some of our Miniatures Mondays episodes where we do the much more in-depth Hot Wheels detailing with some paint, we would use like a black wash in here instead. Would look a little bit more realistic, but this being a dollar car and Hot Wheels detail, we are sticking with the Sharpie method. Alright, so there's the black, and you can see that already looks way better there on the nose. Let's see, get this thin black to put a little definition there in between the splitters. Same thing, kind of come up the side a bit, making it look even a little better. Get down into those couple of corners a bit. Alright, spin this thing around. You can see you've got these great hood vents or fender vents molded in here, and again you just take the thin Sharpie and a quick little coat like that, and boom. I mean, look at the difference between just painted blue and having the definition there. This car is going to look fantastic. This is going to look like one of those $7 cars because of the great paint job and tampo that Mattel put on here, and the great detail is in the casting, naturally, that we are calling out with our work. Check that out. Okay, I actually kind of like that that's gray down in there instead of black. I'm going to leave that alone. Alright, so back here there's a couple little NACA ducks, so we'll put, again, a little spot of black on them. And then, so that is black on the hood latch here, which is this like teardrop shape. These teardrop shapes back here are the same things. Those are also latches. These would be for the hatch, so we'll use the Sharpie on those to blacken those up. Okay, oh boy, those are some big old vents back there. Look at that. That looks way better. Alright. There's a couple more of them latches. Again, we'll blacken those up just because they already blackened up the one on the hood. Got our side vents in here. Do the same thing. Put a little bit of black in the side vent. Wipe off any oopsies. There we go. Up into the top there, and then here in the brake duct area, we'll do the same thing on this side. Again, blacken that big vent, and a little bit of black in the brake duct. That will take care of that for now. I notice we've got a couple of exhaust pipes here on the sides. This round thing here, that's actually the exhaust outlet on these Le Mans style GT class road racers. So we're actually going to hit that with the silver first, and then we'll come back with the black and do just in the center. Okay, now we've had enough time here on our silver in the back for the tail lights, so we'll go ahead and take the red and just do that. There we go, we got a tail light. And now here on the nose, we can get out our thinner silver and pick out our Mercedes roundel emblem. There we go. That's looking good. Got a little Mercedes emblem on there. Well, we got this one out. We'll do the mirror faces, since this one actually has mirrors molded in. You have a big enough size to call that out. Alright, and then finally we will take the little black again here to just the center of the exhaust. And whammo bammo, I think we're done. So take a look at that compared to what we started with. We've got a full looking nose on this thing now. We've got headlights, grille and emblem. We've got those super nice hood vents. On the side vents, we've got those blackened in, and the exhaust pipe. We've got red on the tail lights now, and those big black vents in the back. All the little latches picked out. We've made ourselves a really nice looking car out of a $1 car. And that took, what, a couple minutes worth of work? So again, that's how you detail a Hot Wheels car with Sharpie markers, paint pens, Malletile liquid chrome pens. It's kind of all you need to make your cars look more like the really expensive cars. So this car, if we really wanted to get crazy, we could work on these wing struts and things like that, because I think this wing is even supposed to be black, which we can do a little bit here just to show what kind of difference that makes, continuing the black there for the sides and the back. Woo! Trying to escape. I think I'm going to leave the underside blue because it looks like it's going to be really hard to get to. But just doing up that front black like that kind of adds to the look a little bit. So yeah, just like that. One Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3 Le Mans racer, looking mighty fine now. For just a few minutes worth of work. So now we're super proud to put that one in our display case with our collection. And it's going to look at home amongst all the $5 to $7 cars, and we've got $1 in it in less than 10 minutes worth of time. That is how you detail Hot Wheels here on the Plays with Cars YouTube channel.